Hi, I'm Linda Hepler.
And I'm Philip Hepler, and we have a first year student, Peyton Hepler, in the UP program.
So, our first question is why you chose the UP program. We had looked at several programs when Peyton decided she wanted to go to college. And she had made that decision back when she was in middle school. It was on her vision board. And so we started investigating what programs were available in the state and in the surrounding area. And we found that we liked the UP program because it was a 2-year program as opposed to a 4-year program that some of the others went to. We toured Western Carolina her sophomore year of high school, and we could tell she immediately just kind of fell in love with it. And everybody at the staff was just amazing in all the sports. And so it quickly became number one on our list. Then her second year, her junior year, going into her senior year, we toured another program, and it just didn't seem to have the structure and supports that we felt that our daughter needed. So we were really thrilled to be able to get Peyton into the UP program.
Yeah, a lot of the other programs, I'm sure, are fine, but it kind of felt like they were just kind of hitched on to the college experience, and it didn't seem like it had the integration that the UP program has. Just right off the bat, we understood at Western that the UP program is completely integrated with the student body, the faculty. They're just really invested in it. So none of the other programs really compared in that way.
Okay. So our experience so far this first semester from a parent perspective. So for us, I think we did pretty well with the transition into college. Peyton's pretty independent anyway, and she had some experiences of being away from home, going on mission trips and such and so forth with her church youth group. So it wasn't a huge difference for us, other than just getting used to being empty nesters. But her first semester, I think, has went really well. I know the first couple of weeks were really tough for her, just because she was learning the campus, learning a new schedule, and also having actual homework. That was something that they didn't usually have a lot of in their high school occupational course of study. So that was a big change for her. And she did call it a time or two just to ask, where did you put this? Where did you put that? And so anytime she had an issue, we would redirect to her supports, and she did a wonderful job.
Yeah, Peyton's really loved it. I think she'd rather be at college than be at home, to be honest with you. She really enjoys it. She's ready to go. Right now it's Christmas break, and she's ready to go back. So she really likes her independence. She says, "I'm ready to go back to my free life or my independent life." And so that goes to show the amount of support she has in the UP staff and the structure. Pretty much every hour of her day at college is scheduled, and that just keeps her on task, and so she's doing well. She's loving it. We couldn't be more thrilled with the program so far.
So any advice that we would give, my advice that I would give would be to start early. I don't ever think it's ever too early to start looking at schools and programs, because they're really going to be, each one's going to be comparing apples to oranges and what they offer and what are their emphases. And so I think it's really important to start early on that process. Something that I think is a really good wake-up call for parents is when you get to the point of wanting to fill out the application for the University Participant Program at Western. There are going to be a list of questions, and you're going to have to scale how independent your child is for various activities of daily living. And I think that, as if you're still early in the process, go ahead and look at that application and see where are the things that you could be doing things now at home to help your student get ready to be independent, because it'll help them be a much stronger student once they get on campus.
Yeah, so go ahead and have your student doing their own laundry if they can, wash dishes if they can, help prepare meals with you if they can. If you could, any of the things you can think of that would help them be more independent, go ahead and start before the end of high school. That way, whenever they get to college and a program like the UP program, the transition won't be quite as jarring because they'll already be in the habit of doing some of these things. And it's a good idea too to have a plan B and a plan C maybe. We weren't sure if Peyton would get into the UP program because there's such a limited number of students who actually get in. We were extremely blessed that she did get in, but have a plan B and a plan C. So if plan A doesn't work out, then you're not just left flat-footed. You have the next thing that'll work out for your student as well.
I think that's important to communicate that with your student as well, because if they get their heart set on one spot and then that doesn't work for that first year, they say, hey, you're not quite ready yet. Well, go ahead and say, okay, well, if you don't get in, it's okay because we're going to do this. And I think that would probably help a lot of students with the unknowns if they're anxious about things like that, because it is a huge transition in life. So that is very important. And even just the simple things of going shopping and making sure they're aware of where things are in the grocery store or in the department store, and how to use a debit card, how to count out money, just the most basic things that we take for granted. That your child, I did it myself. I was one of those who my daughter hated shopping, so I just leave her at home and go do it. But that's something that she's had to work on is learning how to do those kind of skills herself.
And checking emails, checking messages.
Yes.
That's something we're still working on because once they get into college, there's a lot of communication that happens by text and by emails. And just so happened our student, she wasn't as diligent about checking her email, and we're still working on that. But it's pretty important whenever you have scholarship information that comes through, even before college. If it's addressed to them and not to you, or once they get into college, you just have to have that communication, and it's their responsibility. They're young adults, so you have to treat them like that.
Anything else I'd like to share? I got to tell you, Western Carolina has been the best experience for our daughter, and I know it was the best choice for her and the best fit. She likes to have a schedule. She likes to have supports. She's been able to release some of her supports that first semester, which has been amazing that she's been able to do that. But it's just really been the best choice for us, and I think you have to look for the school that's going to work well with your child and what their needs specifically are. But for us, they have offered everything that we could possibly need, and it's just been a real blessing to be a part of it.
Yeah, my last advice would be let the staff and let the program, let them do their work. There is a process. It might be a little painful for you to not be communicating with your child or your young adult every day. And they tell you right up front, don't come visit every weekend, don't be doing give us time with your child, your young person, and let the process work. And you have to let go. You have to trust the staff, trust that they know what they're doing, that they're keeping up with your young person, that they are they're setting up things that might seem they have high expectations. And those expectations are there for a reason, to see how far this person can go and to help them grow. So you have to step back a little bit as parents of a special needs person. All your life, you've done more than maybe the average parent has had to do. And so now you're being asked to step back. And that's a little hard to do, but you just need to trust the process. Trust the process and let them do their work, and it'll be great. You'll be amazed at what they're able to accomplish.
Well, we wish you all the best wherever your student may land, and hopefully you'll be soon be a Catamount.